Alright boys, welcome back to another 7 Deadly Sins Origin video. In today's video guys, we had the G-Star event happening like 5 hours ago. Or 6, 7, whichever one you want to call it basically. A lot of news happened. I posted all about it when we were talking during the stream. I didn't stream obviously, but I probably should have. Would have been really cool to talk to you guys. But all the information is on my Twitter account. If you really do want to go see it just as fast as possible, please go check it out. But if you want an in-depth review on everything that happened, stay here, chill out, leave a like and subscribe. I'm probably the only person that really watched, except for me, David, and Amazing, and Derpy, who watched this thing fully last night and probably remember everything that happened. So let's get into this, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and let's get in. So at the beginning, we have Chiora here, who jumps off the edge, and if you ever played, I'm gonna compare this shit to Genshin a lot. Give me a break when it comes to this, because Genshin is the closest thing we have to this. This is not even, TOF can't compare to this. This is more Genshin than TOF. So when I say Genshin, it's not a bad thing, it's a great thing, because Genshin is such a well-made game. I'm not trying to gaslight it or anything, but it's like a really, really well-made game. Despite the gacha stuff, it's still a really well-made game. So here, when you plunge attack, you sometimes when you have a catalyst user, you become a little energy ball, but with Chiora, you get summon a little animal and you sky rocket down. So Chiora has two abilities. The R is like a little vine thing where she launches in the air, and her E is a healing, like Bennett's heal, but without the damage boost. It's just heals. And at the left, bottom left, you have a stamina bar right here. And then everybody shares stamina. But when it comes to like Merlin and stuff, Merlin takes less stamina for some odd reason. We don't know why specifically, but you see Chiora's dash did a big chunk of stamina. Merlin's dash doesn't, which is very weird because Merlin has like a really, really long dash. Like it's like electricity ball base. But let's just cut to the... So yeah, here we're going inside Leonis. We're gonna fight Marmus, which is the first boss you ever fight. And a fun fact, if you realize, Marmus right now has his Grand Cross UR armor, so that's a pretty nice, interesting detail. This guy right here is like the gamer for this event because he melts everything he comes in contact with. So like this is very interesting. This is like quote unquote high level gameplay that we'll see from this event. We see more of it later. But he is just like moving, schmoving. He gets the feel of it. He's played these type of games before. As you can see, like Melly has an E ability, which is that was his Q. That was his enchanted HUD blazer, if I've said that correctly. But his E is that obviously, and it has a lingering effect of fire on the ground. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Obviously, Marmus was most likely affected with some chaos magic, most likely, because that's what we're theorizing about the story so far, that everything related is chaos related, since Furko has a big chaos related, meaning around it. So yeah. So here we have a little bit of melee movement, obviously, as you can see. Here we have Chiora gameplay, but then she switches into King, and I don't know if you saw that, but every time you switch into somebody, the character just comes running in. This is King's ultimate sunflower. And then Merlin right here has a staff, fun fact, and you can barely see it, but it's a staff. And then she has this little AoE ultimate here, which is really interesting, seeing Merlin do like fire type abilities. Like we've seen her do it in the anime before, but I don't think we've ever seen it in actual gameplay, only for like cosmetics and stuff, which is really cool. And like a Grand Cross ultimate, but you know what I mean. Obviously, she defeats Marmus, and then they move on. Here we have our first look at climbing. As you can see at the bottom left, it takes a lot of the chunk of stamina. I really do hope they change the HUD around. This is like probably my least favorite HUD when it comes to the bottom left of it, in my opinion. I feel like the stamina should pop up in the middle like every other game. But this is a great way of stepping away from the norm, if you get what I mean. So here they're just exploring the world. At the top right, if you see my latest video, you've seen that there was image posted about the map. This is where the bird is located. So this gentleman right here is going towards the bird. So here, this person right here finds miniature birds, which is most likely kids to the mama bird that you're gonna fight later on. So very interesting that you can find wildlife. Obviously the game is filled with stuff to do. Very, very cool. They're still going up this giant mountain. And we have this person here fighting the Tortoise boss. forgot the name of it actually. But it's really weird. I like, you guys can see it, right? Merlin has a staff. Merlin usually never has a weapon on her. She's not like that. She's not about that life. You know, she just casts spells and speaks random gibberish. So it's very cool seeing Merlin have an actual weapon for the first time in a video game or in the franchise in general, because she has like her orb. But that doesn't really count, right? Like, it's her sacred treasure. So it's like so weird. Super weird. So real quick, they're about to cut to show the bird gameplay, and something interesting happened when he defeats the bird. So see, as you can see, the lingering effect on the ground, meaning it's doing damage over time, which is really, really cool. You could definitely do some combos with that, especially with friends. Hopefully, you know, just there hasn't been confirmation for friends, but there should be multiplayer in this game. There's no way that there isn't. It just wouldn't make sense. Would not make sense. But yeah, that's a lie. There has been confirmation. Ignore me. Do not take me out of context. Ignore me. There has been confirmation because there's been multiple images of characters running around fighting one boss together, and the way they move isn't like AI movement. Like, they actually move and jump and stuff. Ignore me. There is multiplayer. I'm sticking my foot down on that. King, as you can see here, sorry for the little rant. King, right here, you can see he has like a little bit of a range attack. It's not that far though. He's using his Chastafil obviously to destroy stuff. And here, you can see, this is, again, this is the most Genshin-like thing when it comes to this. Loot drops on the ground. So this is back then when you guys played Genshin. If you did, when you did the domain, the items will drop on the ground and you would have to individually pick them up. Really annoying. But now you just get them in your inventory, obviously. So the stuff that pops up here is a polearm impact, hands. I'm telling you, this is literally Grand Cross assets. I kid you not. Like, this is Grand Cross 2. Because it is. It's a sequel to Grand Cross. But like, half of this stuff is like, this is a holy relic. You can't tell me it's not a holy relic. This right here, I kid you not. Let me get the image. Let me pause real quick. This right here, sorry. This right here is this from Grand Cross. I'm not, like, I love how they're reusing assets and making a better game out of it. Some people be like, oh, that's so cheap. That's so corny. I get that. It is kind of cheap and corny. But it saves so much dev time when all you really have to do is just upscale everything and just continue making the game. It's very, very cool to see that they're not leaving Grand Cross behind, but they're also making sure that Grand Cross does have an effect on this game somehow. Really, really cool stuff. But anyways, as we were saying, he got meat, so obviously so you could cook food. He has, that was like an arrow, maybe for Goater type weapon. There's a catalyst. If you play the catalyst used before in Genshin Impact, again, I'm going to say the Genshin because Genshin is a lot influence in this game. Very, very cool stuff. And I'm pretty sure after you beat this boss, you would have to wait a certain amount of time. I wish, why didn't they click the buttons at the top right? I wish. So you as a mount, you just hop on the mount. We see that later on, but I probably won't show it. Ice bag C, not a clue. T, not a clue. J, missions. At the top left, you can see all their waypoints to defeat every boss if they want to. Pretty much it for that. I'm not gonna lie. One thing I do want to show is that every time they open the map at the bottom left of it, you saw this image right here. Ignore the timer. That was just them keeping track of time. The first one right here is main missions. The second one is submissions. The third one is world quest, most likely. The fourth one is boss. Fifth one is chess, and sixth one's not a clue. I cannot tell you, but that's just from my gamer. I hate using the word gamer. It's so stupid, but that's just from common sense, to be honest with you, and just what it looks like, what it feels like, you know, like this is what it is, you know, if you get what I mean. And then here we have our first official look at character select screen. Give me a second, I'm gonna go back to the stream and we're gonna see the actual animation play out because it's really, really nice and really nice, really well developed. So one thing I did want to show real quick, when you beat Marmus, you unlock a king outfit for Tiore. There is a third outfit, by the way, but they really never put it on and never really showed it, so we don't really know what it is. And plus, it was like a really bad quality image. Anyways, here you can see them teleport into a statue of 7 kind of thing. It's not really statue of 7. because that's a Genshin term, but you get what I mean. This is a very nice little Easter egg. You see the little demon mark on Melly, really really cool. Look at Merlin, bro. That's sick. So huge in my opinion. Left, you can see she's holding a pole arm of type sword. It's an HP stat, so her HP is getting buffed up. Uh, Armor, outfits. Do not know what the other two are. Let me go translate it real quick. Okay, so it is weapon, armor, costume, mastery, and potential power, whatever that means. So mastery can probably be like your use of a character, so like their bond level, and potential power might be dupes. So we might already be confirmed getting a confirmation for dupe system, which obviously every game's gonna have it, because if you pull a duplicate of a character, that kind of just sucks if you can't really do nothing with them. So yeah. And real quick, before the video ends, we're just gonna take one giant look at the whole world map. This is how everything looks. These little waypoints right here are like the Statue of Seven. That's what that third one is. Not subquests. The last, yeah, whatever. These are little waypoints. You can teleport them. You can see all the bosses on them. Um, yeah, really cool stuff, obviously. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. After this, basically, like they just talked for like 20 minutes straight. I kid you not. So that's pretty much everything I showed you guys. I'm gonna link the whole stream in the description. And when Beats uploads the full thing, the full gameplay of that whole segment, I'll make sure to link it in the description as well, so you guys can go ahead and watch it over there, because it is a lot of gameplay, a lot of walking, more than gameplay. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys did enjoy what you see, please do leave a like and subscribe. This is just my breakdown over everything that was important. So yeah, you guys have a great day, and yeah, peace.